Hey, can fear help you in making great or breaking bad habits? Over the next couple minutes, we're going to find out whether it does or does not. And I'm also going to share with you a secret of what one thing is that absolutely does. Hey, by the way, if you're new here, my name is Brandon, and I'm currently going through Mark Batterson's book, Do It for a Day, How to Make or Break Any Habit in 30 Days. And the habit that I've chose is to produce one video per day for the next 30 days. So here's the thing. Whenever it comes to fear, fear can help people with new habits, and that can be good or it can be bad. And what do I mean by that? Let's suppose that you are potentially looking to have knee replacement surgery, and your doctor has told you that if you don't lose weight and if you don't lower where you're at on the body mass index scale, the BMI scale, that you're not going to be able to have surgery. And the fear of not being able to have surgery helps propel you to creating good habits that allow you to get to that point where you can have the operation, then that's a good thing. However, let's say that you're going to be afraid of getting fired from your job, and the fear of getting fired from your job leads to a destructive habit. Maybe it's smoking or drinking or drugging. I don't even know if that's a word. Shooting up crack or whatever they end up doing. Either way, I think that our ability to use fear can be good or bad. But what we're going to discover here on this next slide is something that's going to be more effective. Let's go ahead and dive right into it right now. Okay, so Mark Batterson shares a story about in 1965, a social psychologist, his name was Howard Leventhal. He designed 4 pamphlets for the purpose of promoting the tetanus vaccine among Yale University seniors. And this drawing that I put together here, these are the results of it, as well as what may end up working better. So what he did is the first 2 pamphlets, one was based on low fear, and then the other one was based on a high amount of fear. And the only difference between the 2 pamphlets was the high fear one actually had pictures of what people who get tetanus, what it could potentially do to them, what that outcome might look like. And what he ended up discovering is that a high fear, actually, it was a great motivator. It was something that caused people to say, yes, this is something I'm going to do. However, in the end, what he found out was it yielded similar results. It was only 1% difference in the rate of vaccination among low fear and high fear students. Then what he also did with 2 other pamphlets is he used specificity to find out whether that made any difference or not. And whenever he had no specificity and didn't tell people where to go in order to get the shot, it was only a 3% vaccination rate. Whenever he used a very specific set of instructions for the students on what to do, then it was able to go up to 30%. It was a great finisher. And what he ended up finding is that specificity won the day. And it kind of reaffirms what we were talking about the other day in the other video, the 3M habits, where he said, we want to make our habits meaningful, maintainable, and measurable. And I had also mentioned the other day in that video about the theory of the golden circle, and I just wanted to draw that out here. So Simon Sinek has a theory of golden circle, and he says that, most businesses, they know what they manufacture, what they produce, what their services are, but there's not as many people who know how they go about doing it, and then there's even fewer people who understand why. That's the circle in the middle. It's a very similar concept to the circle of behavior change that James Clear talks about in Atomic Habits. If you start with the what on the outside, basically like we want to lose 20 pounds, that's the what. The next level down is the how, that's the systems, the processes, the habits that we're going about doing each day. And then the why is what's in the middle. That's our beliefs and our identities. And what he ended up finding is and by the way, this phenomenon is called implementation intention. If you're going to try to do something habit-wise, when you can specify where, when, and how you're going to do it, you have a far greater likelihood of success of that habit being something that's able to be implemented. Okay, so guys, I appreciate you watching the video. If you got some value out of this, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions about making great habits or breaking bad ones, let me know in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And making and breaking habits, it's not easy, but I believe it's probably one of the greatest superpowers that we can learn to acquire as humans here on this earth, is that ability to have control over our thoughts so that we can change our habits and our systems and our processes so that we can have the output, the results in the end that are absolutely amazing and exactly what we were wanting in the first place. All right, guys, until the next video, take care, and we'll talk to you soon.